All right, Dustin, go first.
Micah, Tom Allen mentioned just the tempo and what it was like to sort of deal with that. I mean, just from a player's perspective, being on the field, just what was it like to deal with that? Obviously, with the heat added onto it, just how did that sort of just affect what it was like to deal with those guys?
Yeah, I think that definitely played a factor in the game. I saw a lot of guys, tightening up towards the end of the game, and some even towards the middle of the game. But yeah, it was tough to get subs in, and yeah, they were definitely moving on us and going fast. So we kind of knew that they were going to do that, and we practiced to prepare, but there wasn't really much we could do to prepare for the heat and yeah, the exhaustion and fatigue at the end.
All right, Sammy and Jumbo.
Micah, on that blocked field goal, did you realize that you might have been able to return it, or were you just trying to take a knee and maybe get one last second left on the clock?
At first, I was kind of thinking that I couldn't return it, so I took a quick knee just to, in the half. I knew I knew it was 1 second left on the clock and we weren't going to have another play, but I really thought if I returned it, it'd be some penalty or something. But it wasn't.
All right, Jumbo and Pete.
What's so difficult about defending Matt Corral? I mean, obviously he's got the ability to push it downfield, but he also can run the ball. I mean, what makes him just so difficult to contain out there, I guess, would you say?
Yeah, he's definitely elusive, and he creates plays with his feet and can get the ball down the field, like you said, and just keep plays alive, which played a factor in this game and helped him win the game.
All right, Pete, and then Paul Gable.
Hey, Micah, that last drive, how difficult it is for you as a defensive player to see that happen, and what do you remember of some of the mistakes that might have happened?
Yeah, I mean, it's you want to motivate as much as you can, and that's exactly what we did. But it's also difficult to watch, and wish you could be out there. You're not on the field for like the last important plays of the game, but we had it in our hands before that. We shouldn't have let them drive down the field and score their final touchdown. But can't take any of it back now.
All right, Paul and Stefan.
Hey, Micah, talk a little bit about the toughness of Jack Tuttle today. Coach Allen talked about how he had a separated shoulder and a throwing shoulder. Is that something that you guys knew? And just your thoughts on Jack?
Yeah, he's a tough son of a gun for sure. I didn't know that shoulder was popped out, but I think around a little bit maybe after halftime or before, I saw him grabbing at that shoulder, and I could tell there was something up. But I don't think any player really knew that it was out of place or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I already knew he was tough before that, but that just adds on to it. That guy's a baller.
All right, Stefan and then Rabbi. Last one.
Mike, I know for you it was a chance to come home, and obviously the first time for you guys this season to be able to play in front of some fans. I mean, how much is that something you guys tried to feed off of, and how exciting was that to have that opportunity in the last game?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to be home and play in front of a semi-full crowd and just hear the roar. It was really exciting. Glad we just got to do it one time this year.
All right, Rabbi.
Hey, Micah, tackling was something you guys were really clean with for most of the year. Do you feel you tackled up to your standards today as a whole group?
No, definitely not. I don't know the number, but there was quite a few missed tackles, and I think the grass conditions played a factor in that. But it's also just guys getting their cleats in the ground when they're going tempo and just getting set up to make a play.
All right, thanks, Micah.
We should have got.